click this button and say, yo, what up? How's it going, man?
What up? I'm doing pretty all right. How about yourself?
I'm well. I'm well. First and foremost,
Nice.
welcome to the community.
Yo, glad
how
to
do
be
you
here.
how do you want me to call you? What's your moniker, your handle?
I just go by Bacon.
Bacon. Bacon's perfect. Well, Bacon.
Yeah.
I saw that you opened up some packs with the boys.
We did. We did open some packs.
You reached out to me for some
Little demo game, right?
Yeah. And so I am here to make that happen. So my question for you, Bacon, is
Yes.
do you have any one My Hero experience, like My Hero CCG experience, or two
No.
any card
Zero.
game experience in general?
Card game experience? Yes. I've played just about everything.
Okay, but no My Hero stuff.
No My Hero.
Wonderful. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna give you this character to play, and we're gonna go over some stuff. Okay, I'm gonna pull out a couple of cards that we get to look at. So these are the starter decks that you can actually purchase right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna pull out a couple of mine so that we can see the difference. I'm gonna grab this one's fine, and then
Alright.
let's see. I don't think that there is a. I do need. Are there not? I guess not. I mean, there's gotta be right. Oh, here we go. All right.
Cool.
Okay. So, let's just chat about it. So the first thing that you're gonna notice here is we are a commander leader hero based game, right? So you're gonna be playing as Eraserhead. I'm gonna be playing as Endeavor. If you look at if you look, I'm going to tell you about the numbers are on every single card. The top left number we have is your difficulty. If you notice, it's on both the characters as well as the attacks and foundations, which we'll get to in a second. The bottom right number, the blue number, is the control. That is blue, and then the top right number is the block, which we'll get to at the very end. In the middle left of the card, the top green spot, this is your hand size. As opposed to other card games, we are a draw X game. So at the beginning of your turn, you're going to draw until you have this many cards in your hand.
Oh, very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So as opposed to like other games where you just draw one and you hope and pray that card's impactful, sometimes you draw 6 cards to then play out your turn. It's very, very cool. Yeah.
Sick.
And then Eraserhead has got 27 health, and my character has 31 health. So you do not have a standard starting health size. It's not 8,000 or 20 or 40 or whatever, right? It is all based on the balance of the cards, right?
Got it. That's cool.
If you take and you look, and I've pulled up a couple other characters for you to take and look at. There are some characters, like we have Ida here, that is a 7 hand size, but he has significantly less health because he has more options in his hands to block with.
Makes sense.
And then you've got Sato, that is a 529, so he has less options, so he has more health. Make sense?
Nice. Makes sense.
Okay.
They made a Sato card. Do they have all of class 1A characters?
Yes, all of Class 1A. We've got a couple
sense.
Class 1B, and then a lot of the villains are also characters.
Yeah.
So, underneath this, we've got the text boxes where we have enhances and responses. Enhances we'll get through, and then responses are triggered whenever a response happens, right? It'll tell you when you're allowed to play it.
Right, yeah.
Let's move on to attacks, because attacks are the way that you win the game. So the way that you win the game is you take your opponent's health, the number in the heart, and you reduce it down to 0. So in my case, I'm going to be trying to reduce your 27 down to 0. You're trying to get my 31 down to 0. The way that you do this is with attack cards. I've got Total Erasure Binder out. It's a 4 difficulty, 3 control check with a 1 mid block. And then it has, on the right side of the card, it has your speed as the top number and the damage that it deals. So this is a 4 speed for 5 damage move. And the last thing of note when it comes to this is the different arrows. If you look, this is a red high arrow. If you look at my card, Hellflame Pounce, this is a low attack, right?
Low. Okay, this looks like fighting games, right?
This game is based off of fighting games. And so I'm going to be swinging highs, mids, and lows at you. And if you look at the top right corner, you've got shields to match. So if you look at dropping from above, there's a high block. If you look at Total Erasure Binding, there's a mid block. And if you look back at my Hellflame Pounce, there's a low block. If you block high to high, mid to mid, low to low, you'll take no damage. If you're one adjacent, so if I block a high or a low with a mid block, you'll take half damage rounded up. If you attempt to block a high with a low, it just doesn't work. You can't even attempt to play it. If I try and punch you in the nose, you can't block your knees.
Seems about right.
Okay. From there, we've got enhances and abilities on the card, and then we now have foundations. The foundations are essentially your resource base. So these cards move down into your stage, which is down here, your staging area, in order to amplify, make better your attacks, and make worse my attacks. And so your dropping in from above is really good. It says your high attack gets +2 damage. So you could commit this or tap it, turn it sideways in order to make this thing a little better. Or it's got the ability of if my first attack was not blocked this turn, it gets +1 damage. The big thing of note here is where the colon is in every card. If you look at this card, it says Enhance Commit, which means turn sideways for the first ability, but the bottom ability does not have that, which means we can play it on every single attack that we want to without turning it sideways, flipping it, destroying it, removing it, right? And so you can spam this +1 damage as long as you meet the condition.
Dope.
With me?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so
a little bonkers.
From there, I think I'm gonna go ahead and just push you into the demo, just to have things move along, and we're gonna explain more mechanics as we go on. Okay.
Sure.
So from here, go ahead. And we'll shuffle all of this up, and then you're going to. How familiar are you with Tabletop Simulator, the program you're working on?
Very loose.
Okay.
For R to shuffle.
It is R to shuffle. R for random.
Okay.
I'm gonna. If you look at the, I'm gonna just double check. I normally have my top menu turned off. If you look, you see the guy at the top of your menu with the little the weight bar.
Yeah.
You see how that number? I think it's gonna be 15 degrees. Will you click
I set
that?
it to 90, so
Perfect.
I could do the
You're amazing,
yeah.
amazing. Okay, easy enough then. Then I want you to hover your hand above your deck, and I want you to click the number 6 on your keyboard.
And then I can just do it. Oh, that's so nice.
So, what you're going to do is you're now going to take and you're going to look at your hand, and I need you to have at least 3 gray foundation cards in order to make the demo happen. Do you have at least 3 gray ones?
Yes.
Okay, if you have at least 3 gray ones, then we're good. Because you have the privilege of going first, your character is going to start committed. And now what I want you to do is I want you to look at your hand and look at the most difficult, or the top left orange number, and take the most difficult card and put it into your card pool right here.
I'm going to do this.
I love that. Okay, so this is a 2 difficulty attack. Excuse me, a 2 difficulty foundation. And the way that we pay costs in this game, unlike in other games, is we're actually going to be using our deck as a resource. So I want you to go ahead and this button right over here, go ahead and click the check/discard the top card button. Sweet. So what we're going to do is we're going to compare the number of the top left, the 2, to the bottom right blue number off the top. As long as the blue number is equal to or greater than the orange number, then the card is successfully passed, it's successfully played, and now this one is successfully in your card pool, and then we'll move it to its correct zone after we're done. From there, I want you to take the next lowest number, whether it be a 2, 1, or 0, and place it into your card pool.
Or do another 2.
I love it. So because this is a fighting game, right? And you've played fighting games before, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, Soul Calibur, so on and so forth.
Yeah, very new, but yes.
Whenever you take and you try to do combos, the combos are a little harder. The more buttons you press, the harder it is. So the way that we translate that into the game is we have what's called progressive difficulty. So since you are attempting to play this card, and you already have this card in your card pool, it's going to increase the difficulty by +1 for every card in your card pool. So this is on a 2 + 1, so now you need to make a check of a 3 or better.
Okay, I can't just drop my whole hand for free.
So this is a 5. Or you're gonna draw most of your hand for free. So from here, go ahead and place the next card. If you have a 1 difficulty, that would probably be the best.
I got another 2. Do I?
Do you have a 0 then?
No, I have a 2 and 2 ones.
Okay, well you have a 2 and 2 ones. Play one of the ones.
All right, we'll go. This one's got more words on it. So
love it. So this is on a 1 + 1 + 1. So check a 3 for me.
Boop.
Statistically, about 1/3 of your deck is 3s, and the other 2/3 are 5s, and so that's why I had you play this one instead of the other 2. From here, you can take and you can either play the 2 or the 1. The math doesn't matter; it's your choice.
Yeah, we'll do the. We'll do the 1. So I hit a 4, right?
Mm-hmm. Ooh, check the 3. Okay, so normally, if you had a resource down here, here's where our foundations matter. You could commit this card, increase this number by 1, and then pass this check, right?
Cool. Right.
Or you could use your character, but since you went first, your character starts committed. Since this card fails, if any card fails as what we call a form, it's your attempt to play a card on your turn in between any attacks resolving. If that fails, it'll go to your discard pile, and then now these cards will now all move down into your stage. So this is where the game gets a little tough. All of these cards have relevant abilities, so you need to read them on your turn, as well as they can all be committed in order to make this bottom right number bigger. So you can either commit them for their effects, or you can commit them to play longer strings. So the longer the game goes, this is how we ramp up the game. With me?
Okay. Yes.
So from here, since I have the luxury of going second, I now get to take and choose to review a card, which is I get to take one card out of my hand and put it in my discard pile and then redraw. Since we are a draw 6 game, as opposed to a draw whatever, the idea of sculpting or like holding your hand and trying to find good stuff is an idea. But then I also get to draw an additional card because I get to go second. And so I get to go into your turn with 7 cards as a bit of an extra buff because you're going to have a lot more cards in play than I am. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my my plays. I'm going to play Coping for number 1 on a 2. I checked a 3, it passes. We're going to play Arrogant Smirk on a 1-2. I checked a 5, it passes. We're going to play Fastest Flame on a 1+1+1, so on a 3. Checked a 5, it passes. We're going to play Press Conference on a 4. I checked a 3. I could choose to let it fail, or I can commit my character to pass it. And so now it's my choice whether I want to end my turn or not. And I am going to push it a little bit, and I'm going to play Quick to Act to play on a 0+1+1+1+1, so on a 4. It checks a 5. I'm not going to risk it, so I'm going to choose to end my turn, and my cards are going to move down as well.
All right.
From here, you're going to take all of the cards inside of your stage, and you're going to ready them or uncommit them, untap them, if you will. So that includes your character.
Cool. So you use back.
From here, you get to choose to review a card if you want. The surface level strategy is if you want to play attacks on your turn, you want to review a foundation. If you want to build foundations on your turn, you review an attack.
I'm going to get this one out of here.
I love that. And then you're going to draw up to your hand size. And you're going to draw until you have 6 cards in your hand.
Until I have 6. I'm just drawing 5.
Beautiful. So now from here, for the sake of the demo, I want you to play any attack out of your hand. Any attack is fine.
Okay. I will start with... okay.
There are no wrong choices, I promise.
I'm going to do this one.
I love it. All right, so you've got an aerial drop, and currently it is sitting here floating above, waiting for you to make a control check. So it hasn't quite hit the table yet, so we have to check a 4+0. So make a check for me.
Bam.
Check day 5. Beautiful. So now what's happening is we are entering what is called the enhanced step. So me and you, we're going to take turns. Have you ever played poker before?
Yeah.
You know how in poker we all go around the table checking or raising? If you raise, then I have a chance to raise, and then you have a chance to re-raise, right? What's going to happen is we're going to take turns going back and forth playing enhances. So you have enhances on the card in your card pool and the cards in your stage that you're allowed to play. None of the cards in your hand, because this is the starter deck and we're not using the advanced decks, have enhances out of your hand that you can play on this attack. So ignore the cards in your hand for now. All we're going to worry about is the card text that exists on these cards.
Okay.
Understand? So for the sake of the demo, the first thing I want you to do is I want you to read the top ability on your character card.
Yeah, so my attack is +1 speed for each attack in your card pool. If it's completely blocked, draw a card. Oh, okay, cool.
Love it. So you're going to say that enhance. Just say Eraserhead enhance.
I'm going to Eraserhead enhance.
Perfect. So you've given this thing +1 speed. So now instead of a 3 high, it's now a 4 high, which is going to make my block math a little bit harder. Okay? From here, it's now my enhance. From here, I think that I'm going to pass on my enhance. So that is the most common phrase that you will say is just the phrase I'll pass, because it's just saying I'm declaring to do nothing. From there, you have choices that you can do. You can commit this to say that your high attack gets 2 extra damage. And I believe that's the only other option that you have, just because of the limitations of the cards that you have currently. The other option you have, right, is you could either increase the damage, or you could just say I pass. That's also an okay thing.
I will read my card.
Please. Hey, reading stuff.
Right? I'm going to also pass.
I love that. So now that you've passed and I've passed consecutively, as soon as it goes pass, right, without something in between, we now go to what is called the block step. from here, I'm going to attempt to block your card with my fastest flame that I have in my hand. The way that we're going to do our block math is simple. We have the speed of your move, plus the block modifier of my move, plus every other card in my card pool. So your 4 high speed with my +3 means I have to check a 7 plus 0. I still have to check a 7. So I have to check the top card of my deck. So I make my check. I check a 5. I can choose to let it fail, and I take the full damage, or I can commit 1, 2 cards to pass it, and now I will take. We'll go to the damage step. My mid block versus your high attack means that I'm going to take partial damage rounded up, bing boom, and look at Eraserhead. If it's completely blocked, so zone to zone, you'll draw the card. But it was partial blocked. So you got the damage, and then so you don't get to draw the card. And we're gonna turn this guy sideways just to show that we hit him. From there,
sounds good.
You have the choice now to either play more attacks because I've gotten a card out of my hand, as well as I've committed a couple foundations to try and press the advantage. But realize you've got 3s and 5s as the blue numbers, the control checks inside your deck. So if you check a 3 on like a 5 diff, committing 2 resources might be a little tough. As well as, if you notice, I only have 1 more card in my hand left to defend myself. You're going to be in that same position next turn. So if you go a little too crazy with throwing out your entire hand, my character can easily find the 27 if you just, like, if you stop holding the block button, right?
Okay.
So it's your choice. If you want to press the advantage, you can. If you want to play it a little safer and build a couple foundations, you can. I don't think there's a bad choice here.
Well, if there's no bad choice, I say we just we keep going.
I love it.
I'm gonna play this one.
All right, so this is on a 4+1, so check a 5 for me.
We'll do. There's a 5.
Check a 5. Easy. Okay, so that card successfully plays, and now it is your first enhance.
I will. Let's see. I'm gonna commit this. I'll give it +2.
Love it. It has +2 damage. My enhance is going to be. I will. I will enhance commit coping with number 1. If an attack is dealt damage, mine or yours, I get to draw 1 card. So I'll do that.
Nice.
Your enhance.
I will. I'll do Eraserhead enhance to give it +2 speed.
Love it. I will pass on my enhance.
I will also pass on my enhance.
Okay, now
what does combo enhance mean?
What a fantastic question. I was just about to tell you. So if you look at the word combo, it has a parentheses and then the word weapon. If you look at the card previous to it, it has a white word on the card, printed on the card, the word weapon.
Okay.
Essentially, the way that combo works is the blue combo is a gate, right? The gate is closed. As soon as you fulfill the requirement inside of the parentheses, the gate opens. And so you have the ability to play the combo enhance. If you notice, we played this one first, and it says combo with a combo. The combo enhance says it gives it +2 damage, right?
Yeah.
And so we didn't get a chance to do that because we didn't have a combo card before it, right? If we played it this way, we would have, right? So you have the option to discard a card, making your blocking a little worse, in order to attempt to give this thing another +4 damage, right? So you were putting your defenses a little worse in order to swing a little harder.
Okay.
Once again, it's not a bad choice. It's a demo game.
Not a bad choice. I am going to. I'll combo enhance.
I love it.
So
we're gonna
discard this card.
Discard that, and we're gonna swing so big. Okay. So that was your enhance. Now it's back to my enhance. I think from there I have to pass.
I will also pass.
Okay. We are going to go for the block. So this is a attempt to block with this high block because I've tended a lot of damage. This is a 6,
fair enough.
7, 8, 9. Make my check. I checked a 3, 4, 5. The card fails, and I'll take the full damage, which is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to turn this sideways to show us that we indeed dealt damage. And then it's back to you. Your forms. Anytime that you can play a card, it'd be called a form. At this point, you've already got a committed resource. Playing another one's going to be a little tough. I think it's time to build, but remember, I have to swing back at you, so don't just empty your hand.
I would like to play 1 foundation.
I love it. I love it.
I'm going to play this one.
Okay, so on a 1+1+1.
3.
Checks a 5, it passes. And then you can choose to pass. These will all move.
Yep, I'm going to pass on that.
Love it.
So
Okay, so now let's talk about these guys. So I turn them sideways for a reason, because if you look next to your character, we have this spot in the game called momentum. Essentially, momentum is your special bar. It is a way for you to deal additional effects. If you look at this card, it says...
I got a lot of cards that say momentum.
100%. So we're going to take this card, and it's going to go face down into your momentum, and you can now spend these resources as a way to level up your gameplay for doing a good job in hitting me. There are some characters that just steal momentum for free. So like it's pretty good. From here though,
okay, cool.
I'm gonna go ahead and review this foundation because I want to swing back at you. I'm gonna draw my 6 fresh cards.
Makes sense.
Okay, I'm going to play Arctic Conflagration on a 4. Checks a 5, it passes.
Right.
My first enhance is going to be the enhance on the card. I can give the attack Stun 2 or Powerful 3. I'm going to choose Stun 2. So I'm going to copy this dice, and we're going to make it purple to show that this move has Stun 2. Basically, what Stun says is, I'm going to commit 2 of your resources. Or you get to selectively commit 2 of your resources whenever I eventually get to play the Enhance. If you notice, the Enhances are color-coordinated, right? The word Enhance is in orange. So is Stun 2. It is an Enhance that I have to play. So after you play, you get 1 chance, and then it'll come back to me, and then I get to then commit 2 of resources. So your options are... this range attack gets -3 damage. You can commit for -4 speed. Those are just options for you.
Can let's see, what is this? I'll flip this. Give it -3.
It's got -3 damage. I love that. I love that play. So what that essentially is a once per game ability. This still counts as a foundation, so you can still turn it sideways to pass your checks or for the stun ability if I'm going to do so. From there, I'm going to use the ability of Stun 2 in order to commit 2 of your resources.
Okie dokie. I'm just going to do these 2.
That's beautiful choices. Amazing. So Stun 2 is my enhance. It's now back to you.
Okay, back to me. I will pass.
Okay. From here, I'm going to use my character, and I'm going to lose 1 health. I'm going to burn bright in order to give it +2 damage. So I have to get some of that damage back because you used the minus damage.
4.
So currently it's a 2 mid for 4. Your enhance.
I'll pass.
I will also pass. This is a 2 mid for 4 coming in.
4. I can do... It's a little greedy. I'll take the 4.
I love that. Okay, I'll turn mine sideways. From here, I'm now going to play Hellflame Stomp on a 4 +1, so on a 5. It checks a 5. Will you read your character for me? Read the bottom ability on your character.
Yeah, he's got the after you play an attack, I can commit him. After play attack, I choose 1 ability on that attack, and it loses that ability for the. Oh, I just erase. I do the.
Correct. You're erasing my move. Yeah, this game
makes sense.
The number one thing about this game, honestly, is the design is so flavorful, right? Eraserhead erases thing. Midoriya sacrifices cards in hand, literally sacrifices his hand to hit hard.
I assume Midoriya just kills himself.
Burns himself out, right? He loses his own vitality in order to make his stuff hit harder. Like, the flavor is so good.
Does, like, All Might put himself on, like, a clock?
Absolutely he does. Absolutely he does.
That's
so the first All Might is a 5-hand size character, and he says as a form. So instead of playing a card out of your hand, you can use this ability to reduce your hand size permanently by 1 to draw 3 bonus cards. So he starts as a 5-hander, and he becomes a 4-hander to then become an 8-hander for the turn.
8. That's sick.
And eventually, if he keeps playing, he'll go down to a 0-hand size character, and he gets to only draw 3 every turn. This game's sick. This game's so sick, man.
That's so cool. Yeah. Okay.
So I wanted to give you the option to potentially use Eraserhead to get rid of one of the 2 abilities, right? This thing is going to give speed. I can give speed with my character, and this also says that I can also gain health back. I don't know if you want to keep your character ready to help you block, or if you want to take off some of the abilities on my cards. It's your choice. I want to give you the option to do so.
This game's a little hard.
This game is incredibly hard.
Okay, interesting. That's okay. I will. Well, I'm just do the thing, because doing the thing is fun, and I
love
feel
it.
like I should just always do the thing.
So I've got
So
two
we'll do that.
abilities on my card: the enhance lose 2 health for +2 speed or +2 damage, or the endeavor response after it deals damage. I'll gain 2 health. You can say either of those don't exist on my card. You get to pick one.
Perfect. I'm gonna get rid of the lose 2 health enhance.
Love that. So currently a 4 low for 4, nice and easy. My first enhance is going to be fast as flame. If you look at my card, if you read it, it has the word first enhance. This has to be the first thing that I do on this particular attack. It can be my attack, your attack, whatever. So my fire attack, this card, if you look at the bottom left, it has the little fire symbol. My fire attack gets +2 speed. And now it's your enhance.
Yeah. 6. And then do you have, I can bring it down to 2, 5. Oh, we're gonna gamble here. I'm gonna commit patient observation.
Yeah.
I'll throw away a momentum.
I love that.
And I'll give it -4 speed.
It's got -4 speed. That looked good to me.
Yeah.
From there, I'm gonna use the ability of Endeavor. I'm gonna lose 1 more health. I'm gonna give it 2 of that speed back. Your enhance.
It's back to just the regular old 4. Ooh, I see what happened there. I am gonna pass.
From here, I'm gonna use coping with number 1. Since an attack is dealt damage this turn, my first one, I'm gonna draw a card.
Yep.
Your enhance.
Pass.
From there, I'm going to flip press conference and show you this move.
Okay.
This move is going to get -1 difficulty. So the top left number is going to get -1. So it's a 3 instead of a 4 now.
Ooh, okay.
As long as I play that card.
Got it.
Yours.
Pass.
I will also pass. It is a 4 low for 4.
I'm taking 4.
Okay, I'll then respond with Hellflame Stomp, and I'm going to gain 2 health. Bing, boom.
Yep.
From there, I'm going to play the Arctic configuration that I showed you. It's
There
on
it
a
is,
4,
yeah.
5, 6, -1, so on a 5. Checks a 5 is easy.
Alrighty.
My first enhance is going to be, I'll use Endeavor. I'll spend 1 health to give it +2 speed. Yours.
How dare you. I will pass.
I will also pass. It's a 4 mid for 5.
I can make it.
Remember, your deck is mostly 3s and 5s.
Taken 4.
All right,
Okay,
5.
yeah,
5 big ones.
5. Taken 5. 14.
From there, I'll turn these both sideways. I'm going to play Stare Down on a 2, 3, 4, 5.
Cool.
It checks a 6. We're too good at the
Nice.
game. And then I think I'm going to play Unnerving Energy on a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Alrighty.
Checks a 5. I'll commit my face down and make it 6. I will then build these ones down, and I will also keep all of my momentum. From there, it's back to you.
Alrighty. I will flip these guys over. Review.
Oh, Canadian with the 11 months. Thank you, man. Appreciate that.
Okay. Oh, these all have combo.
Yeah, that is the thing about the Razorhead deck is you got to figure out like what are the good lead-ins and what are the good follow-ups, right?
Yeah, I need to find my starter card.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I like that. Difficulty. What does seal mean?
Seal means to take away all the ability. Does it not tell you on the bottom of the card?
Does it say? Oh, that's tiny. Yes, it does.
Okay.
Oh, perfect. All
yeah,
right,
it takes away all abilities on the card and it can't gain those abilities.
Okay. In that case, I will start off with this aerial drop on a 4.
Love it.
It's a 3. I'll commit this for 4.
Makes sense to me.
Cool.
So you get the first enhance.
First in hand. I'll just start with Eraserhead enhance. Give it a speed.
Makes sense. I am going to enhance on Unnerving Energy once per turn. Discard a momentum. The next check you play gets -2. So the bottom blue number is going to be 2 less.
Interesting.
Failing the check does not end the combat phase. So what that means is normally you remember the first turn where you hit it, you failed, your turn was instantly over. You can choose to let that card fail. It'll leave the card pool, go to your discard pile, but your turn's not over, so you can keep playing forms if you want.
I just whiff.
Yeah, you just essentially I discard a momentum for you to discard a card, right?
Right. Okay, interesting. I will enhance. I'll do I'll aerial drop enhance. I'll discard momentum to give it stun 2.
It's got it. We'll use this purple die. It has stun 2. So that is an enhance that you will have to
Yeah.
declare afterwards. So I will then pass on my enhance.
I will stun 2.
I love that. I'm going to stun 1 and 2 since those cards are not very useful at the moment. From there, I will pass on my enhance.
I will. Let's see. What am I hitting for? It's got 3, 4 high for 4. 4. I'll commit. Give it +2.
I love it.
Yeah.
I will pass on my enhance.
I will also pass on my enhance.
Okay, I will choose not to block. It is a 4 high for 6. I'll take my 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, cool.
Okay,
And then
you get to
Eraser
take and now
does
turn
that.
that sideways. And then it's still your turn. You can keep playing cards. Remember, your next check does have -2. So the blue number is going to be a little less. Failing it
a lot.
does not end your turn.
Okay. Ooh, I could do. I'm gonna go for this eraser grass.
Love that.
Which is
This
gonna
is on
be,
a
I guess, technically an
5/6.
Right.
This so it's a 5/6, but the bottom number is a little worse. It does matter that the math, like you think about the math, because there are some cards that affect the difficulty, which is top left, and some cards that affect the check, which is bottom right. There are some cards in the game that says if your check has been modified, you get bonus speed. Minus and plus do count, right? So if you said that this was an 8, you wouldn't get that bonus. Does that make sense? It's real. It's nuanced, and it's being a real stickler about it. But
no shortcuts.
No shortcuts. This is on a 5/6. This is gonna be really tough to pass.
We're gonna figure out if we can do that. 3. I'm gonna choose.
You checked a 1.
Oh yeah. 1. I'm gonna choose let it fail.
So it'll leave, and now this is cleared,
cool.
and now your turn is back to where it is.
Sweet. I'm gonna do it again.
On a 5/6. Wowzers. Okay, cool.
I'm gonna do it again, and then we're gonna hopefully not hit another orange.
So 3.
Card. That's an orange card.
So you can just let it fail, and your turn is over, and you're stuck with those other 3 cards in your hand, but you haven't progressed your board state at all. If you look, I've got a lot more foundations than you. Or you can commit out, hopefully play a couple foundations, maybe block 1 time, right, with the new foundations that you play, and then pray I don't find my 14.
You're at what, 12?
I'm at 12.
I'm gonna just try to kill you here.
I love it.
We're gonna go
1, 2, 3. Beautiful.
That is 6. Alrighty, I will. Which was the start? I will start with the.
Oh, you ready? If you take and hold Alt on any of these cards, it will make the card bigger.
Yeah, I figured that out.
And then you can scroll your mouse wheel, and it will make the card even bigger.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna start. Man, sequencing in this game is crazy.
It very, very much is. This is every card game is like a combination of poker and chess. This is the most chess you could play.
Yes, that is for sure correct. I have never played a game where I have to like start somewhere this specifically. I'm gonna start with a combo enhance. So
I love
I'm gonna
it.
seal a foundation.
It's your
it's gonna be
choice.
+X, +X. Ooh.
Your
X
choice. So I've got a 2, a 2, a 2, a 2, or a 0.
Have you unnerving energy yet?
I used it. That was the first thing that I did. That's why you had the -2 to your check.
Sweet. That is. I'm gonna do arrogant smirk.
Love it. So I'm going to turn it upside down to show that it was sealed. And then your move gets +2 speed.
Ew. Alrighty.
From here, I'll pass.
I will. Can I still play Eraserhead's Enhance if he's committed?
He does not say the words playable while committed on him. So
Got it. Okay. Cool.
There are some cards that allow you to do that. If you actually look at Midnight here, her character ability says the bottom one says playable while committed.
So they need to have that. Got it. Oh.
Those are incredibly strong abilities.
That's important. I'll do the second Erasure Grasp Enhance. My next combo or weapon attack, it's +3.
Okay, we'll take this and we'll put this over here to show the next one. From there, I think I pass.
I'm going to... Oh, I can't do any of these while they're committed.
Correct.
That's awkward.
Correct.
Okay.
Hey, check better, you know?
Yeah, right. Honestly, I should. I'd be like you. But hey, that's why you're the master. Oh, that's tough. Okay, so I guess I just have to send it as a 4 mid for 5.
4 mid for 5. I'll go to blocks. This is a partial block on a 4, 5, 6. Plus 0 is 1 to 6. Checks a 5. I'll commit this sealed one to make it 6. It's a partial block, so I'll take my 3. 1, 2, 3.
Okie dokie.
And then it's back to you.
I will. Hopefully, this works the way I think it does. This says it doesn't count towards progressive difficulty for the rest of this turn?
Yes. So if we would have played it here,
yeah,
you could have said that this one doesn't count on a 4 + 1, so on a 5. And then this would have been on a 5 + 1, so 6. So it essentially doesn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that the likelihood of you checking a 4, 5, 6, I want to say there's only 4 in your deck. So we can look and see how many are gone.
How many? We've seen a couple.
1, 2, 3, and 4. You have a 0% chance of passing this card.
Oh, perfect. All right. Well, we're just gonna
okay. All right.
And then we're gonna play. I'll play this one on a 3. All right.
Checks a 4. It passes. Beautiful.
And then I'm gonna. Oh, this is. Oh. Yeah, I'll play this one on a 4.
Checks a 4.
And
Great.
then I'll end my turn on that.
Sounds good. You got the 1 card in hand. I'm gonna get rid of this. These will build down into your stage. Both of these dealt damage. You can choose to put them in your momentum if you want.
I would like to do that.
I'm gonna choose not to review because I got a good attack in my hand, and I'm gonna draw my 5 cards. Ooh, I got the good ones.
Hey.
You might be dead.
Uh-oh. Probably. We'll see.
I'm gonna play Hellflame Stomp on a 4. It checks. Your character is committed, so you have no responses to my card. I think the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to lose 2 health, 1, 2, in order to give it 2 speed. Yours.
I will pass.
I'm going to use Endeavor to lose 1 health and give it +2 damage.
Okay.
Yours.
Let's see, that's hitting for 6. I will also pass.
I'm going to use the ability on Quick to act. If my current health is less than half of my maximum health, it gets +1 speed.
Okay.
Yours.
I'll pass.
I'm going to discard 1 momentum, and your next check to play any card, including a block, gets -2.
I'll pass.
And that is for the rest of the turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So not just on this attack, but if you don't attempt to block this one, this attack that comes in, you'll have the same -2.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
I will pass.
From there, I will also pass. It is a 7 low for 6.
I am taking a big ol' 7.
It's just 6. Just 6.
Oh, 6. I'm taking 6. Oh,
From there, I'm going to respond with Hellflame Stomp, and I'll gain 2 health. 1, 2.
Cool.
From here, I'm going to play my big crazy move, Prominence Burn, on a 6 + 1, so on a 7.
Big.
Checks a 5, 6, 7.
Okay.
My first enhance is going to be the bottom enhance. I'm going to remove 1 Fury from the game, so it doesn't even exist. And I'm going to burn you for 3 health.
Ouch.
Now, because I've had a card leave my card pool, this card doesn't count anymore. So when I go to play this one, it only has the +1. Their entire strategies, like Asui 1 from the Frog Girl, her entire thing is she plays leapfrog with her card pool. She kicks cards out in order to play more cards, and kicks cards out in order to play more cards.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds strong.
It's, yes, incredibly strong. one of the best characters in the game.
That sounds kind of silly.
Yeah. It's, annoying, to say the least.
That makes sense.
So from there, I play my ability. It's now your enhance.
I am going to flip this guy and give it -3 damage.
It's got -3 damage. I'm going to play the ability on Prominence Burn. I'm going to remove the top card of my deck from the game, because of my cool the fire symbol. And I'm gonna give this move +2 speed, and the next move gets +2 speed.
Sick.
Yours.
Pass.
I'm going to use the ability of Arrogant Smirk to commit it and return my attack to its printed damage.
I will pass.
I'll give it +1 speed.
I'll pass.
And I'll pay 1 health to give it 2 more speed with my character.
Pass again.
From there, it's a 9 high for 7.
I die.
With the power of the sun.
I block this. It's what? So it's a 9 high.
It's a 9,
so 11.
10, 11, and you have -2 to your check. The highest number you have is a 5 now.
I feel like I'm gonna check a 1 here.
Maybe.
This game's been going the way it's been. It's gonna be.
Hey!
There's a 3. All right. Yep.
All right.
No, we're super dead.
So after the first game, how you feeling?
I like this game's. I like it. This game's really hard.
This game's incredibly hard, and these are the starter decks.
These are the start.
These are the 2 starter decks. You can spend I think it's like $20 each and get both of these, and they come with an additional ultra rare in the back of them. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. It feels very not pick up and play friendly, if that makes sense. Like you gotta know what you're doing.
There's certainly a high barrier of entry into the game, as my chat just said. And truthfully, it's one of the game's biggest downfalls. But as soon as it clicks, right, you've got a hill to climb. As soon as it clicks, it's a thing of beauty. It's so immaculate. It's so cool.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm super down. I just got to learn what does what, because there's a lot of stuff where if you just like don't read one card, you turn over sometimes.
Absolutely. Now the thing is like in competitive play, not only do you have a storybook worth of card text in your card pool or in your stage, I also have a storybook worth of text in my stage. And so you have to pay attention to what's going on in your stage and my stage. And it's also poker, right? What's going on in your hand? What's going on in my hand? What block zones do you have? What potentially could you play? What have you checked, right? The best 4 cards in your deck, right? Because 4 is the maximum number of cards you could have. On the first 4 cards of the game, you check. They're all gone.
Yeah.
That my opponent
has
a size of relief. Whew.
Right.
It's so good.
Right.
It's so good.
I was trying to hold block zones, but then I realized how much like just leaving foundations up to block matters. It doesn't matter if you have the right zones if they're all like +3.
So now let's talk a little bit about the very last thing, and that is deck construction. Right? You went and you got a bunch of packs. If you notice, these 2 cards have 6 unique symbols. The bottom left card. We have more symbols here. I'll just pull out all these characters. I've got
12, right?
More symbols here. There are 12 symbols in the game.
There's an Ingenium card?
There is an Ingenium card. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I will do this real quick. This is the wrong thing. I don't wish to do this. I wish to do this. This might eat you up real fast, but this is every card in the game. We're gonna delete these ones, and I'm going to put these ones back, and we're just gonna spread out some of the characters for you to look at. This goes down here. This goes over here. No, this goes over here. This goes over here. So these are from the most recent pack. Oh, it killed you. It killed you.
Yeah.
It kicked you.
As soon as I saw that spot in, I was like, oh, this is game over. Oop.
Were you able to get back in?
It is. Ooh, is it responding? Oh, there we go. Let me rejoin. Thinking real hard. That was a lot of info. Hey, buddy, can you search real quick? There it goes. This button. There we go. Now we're connecting. Whoopsies.
Okay, so these are the characters that exist in the most recent set, Heroes Clash, right?
Okay. Yeah.
If you notice, a lot of them share symbols, which means they share very similar mechanics. The all symbol likes to add cards to hand. The death symbol wants to destroy foundations. The good symbol wants to build foundations down. The earth symbol hits really hard, but it's not very fast. The void symbol is kind of your cancel symbol, and it discards cards out of your opponent's hand. The order symbol controls the stage, right? Like they want to have as much control as possible. That's a big stun symbol. And so like every character has these 3 symbols. Every character's kit has these 3 symbols. And so the difference between an Eraserhead deck that's built under all versus void versus water is so incredibly different, because the all symbol, void symbol, water symbol all does something different, right?
Okay.
And so you'll find play patterns within it. And then an easy way to look at it, right, is with set 3. If you look at the void symbol, this Eraserhead deck can be played with all of Eraserhead 1 and Stain's void weapon attacks, right?
Okay.
Or under the same symbol, you can play with Eraserhead 2 with all of the Ida void kick attacks. We've got Ida and Kirishima has some void kick attacks. And so not only does each symbol play differently, but there are now sub mechanics, sub themes, engines inside of each symbol, right?
Yeah.
The good symbol can play a punch package as well as like a staff strike deck, right? And they're like two completely different ideas. And so like when I sit down across from Eraserhead 2, not only do I have to figure out 1, what symbol you're playing, but 2, what packages inside of that symbol are you playing? And we're only 3 sets in. The game has a lot of layers, and you got to do a lot. You got to do your homework. You just got to do your homework.
That's fair. I can do that. I mean, we're slowly getting into like Yu-Gi-Oh territory.
A little bit, yeah.
Where it's I was playing that, and it's like you have to know not only what your deck does, but you have to know what your opponent's deck does, but you also have to know the cards that are inside of their deck.
True. Yeah,
so
you need to know what to cancel, right?
Yeah.
When do I block, right? If you know the Prominence Burn is coming, you don't block the 4 damage high attack. You block the 12 damage high attack, right?
Right. Yeah. Then I'm like, can I even block the Prominence Burn? Do I have to like block now? Because I know I can't. Yeah, that's crazy.
This game's super sick, man. I'm biased, but it is the best card game that's ever been made. Mechanically,
wow.
I believe that. I believe that.
Statement, but
there is so much, expression that you get to have in deck building as well as playing. The mechanics in the meta are incredibly open. We don't play in a paper rock scissors meta. The only paper rock scissors meta we ever had was the very first tournament that was ever played. There were 4 Kirishima 1s in top 4. There were 4. There were 6 in top 8. The following weekend, they errated Kirishima and banned his best card because the game company cares about the competitive health of the game.
If this were any other game, that would have happened like 6 months later.
100%. They went,
that's crazy.
We saw the data. This card is being played too much. This character's a little too consistent. We want this to be an open and diverse game. He's gone.
Get him out of here.
He's gone.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
They're also like really reaching into the depths for some of these characters. Got a backdraft card?
Yeah, man. Man. Everybody's favorite hero backdraft.
He's in the anime for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But read him. Read what he does.
Cool. What does he do? Foundation seconds. What is his speed? If it's a that's flavor. Okay. Makes firefighter. Doesn't like fire. Yeah, that makes sense. Discard 3 cards. Oh, wait. This attack. Oh.
So it is a colloquial term that when I add cards with card effects to your card pool, it's called flooding your card pool. So the designers took a colloquialism that the competitive players have put. I'll flood your card pool 1. And they made their water hose character flood the card pool or deal with flooding the card pool.
I was gonna say, does he like do that? Does his like deck like do that?
He has a card that says Backdraft Enhance, add the top card of your opponent's deck to their card pool face down.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
So does Moneta. Moneta, quote, sticks cards in your card pool.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Throwing them balls. Okay. I'm interested as to what like what is like coded? Like what is how do you mechanically put coda in this game?
So,
he summons bugs.
Form, commit, draw 1 card for each ally attack and ally action in your card pool. He summons bugs, he summons friends, right? The other ally character that's in the game is Tokoyami. All of his things, because Summon Dark Shadow is his ally. Right?
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And then so like Coda and Tokoyami share a lot of the same cards under the Chaos symbol. And then commit a foundation, choose an ally card in your card pool. It doesn't count as progressive. So he just hits these big long strings, and then when he's done stringing, he commits his character and then draws a bonus fresh card, right? So he could play 6 attacks, make them all not count as progressive, commit his character, draw 6 new cards, and then play out the 6 cards because the first 6 cards pretend they don't exist.
That's insane. He's like, I'll play this. Wait, so he gets like 2 whole attack turns. I guess I don't know what they're called, combat phases.
Yeah, he certainly can. You have one.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is dangerous. I'm reading Ojiro. Is he about like mix-ups? Just throwing zones?
Yeah. And the thing
really
is
cool.
that's just the last set. Here's 67 more characters.
I say I bought a box of set 2 for us to open.
Yeah.
So we're opening set 2 dudes. That's great, dude. There's so much. And then they're all like they're like all those characters, and all those characters are also 3 different decks.
Minimum.
But then can also be minimum, but can also be more decks depending on. I assume it's like, is it like you got like packages like Yu-Gi-Oh, where it's like like little engines you can tech in?
Kind of.
Okay.
A little. There are some packages, some engines, but this game promotes more. So when I take and I stack all of these together,
right?
There are 82 decks in our format. So in Nationals in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
There are 82 decks that I have to worry about.
Right.
Times 3. Right? So there's 250 decks that I have to worry about, right?
Right.
And so if I just have like a 50 card, which is the minimum, tight packaged deck, right?
Which as far as I've seen, no one has. Everyone's playing like 60 to 75.
I have 82 decks I got to deal with, man. I have 82 different options that I have to plan and prepare for my 9 to 11 round event.
How like evenly tiered is everything? Is it like I have 82 decks, but it's actually 4, or is it like
it's closer to 20? But we just had a set come out. Set 3 is a supplementary set, and so design team went and looked and were like, "Yo, this character and this character are not quite up to snuff. Let's make 2 ultra rares for them and bring them." And they patched the bad characters, right?
Oh, so now it's like 82, like full power guy.
I don't know if it's 82. I've done a tier list with my first initial impressions, and it was close to like 20 plus characters that I think I'm gonna see at Nationals and I have to prepare for.
Wow.
And so like my one deck, my one symbol, I have to prepare for it, right?
How do you do that? What's the game plan for that?
Practice.
You just
a lot of practice.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing tonight. I've got 8 different decks that I'm gonna be playing, not including yours, that I'm gonna be like testing and throwing things into and like just getting ideas and being like, I like this, I don't like this, and then other people are gonna be bringing in some crazy stuff. And the craziest part is Nationals is gonna be the very first event that we have with set 3 cards, and so it's not like the meta isn't going to be defined, right? We're not gonna have a bunch of. Like, last meta was all Momo and Kirishima 2.
I was hearing, like, Tokoyami a lot.
Tokoyami's at the very beginning, right? But Momo was able to just, like, stop him. Tokoyami's just your classic red aggro deck, right? He draws a hand of 2 actions and 5 attacks, and he kills everybody in the game. Just everybody just melts.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like, so you're just going in, like, Nationals, just Wild West meta.
Yeah. It's going to be tight.
That's insane.
It's going to be so sick. I'm so excited for it.
Right? That's so fun though. You just go it.
Anything
can just. That's exciting for like watching, just for like viewers and stuff.
Correct. 100%. And as a spectator, I think this game is really, really fun because like as a spectator, you get to see the chess. You get to look and watch when your opponent blunders.
For sure.
Yeah.
I was wondering what your chat was thinking about that game. I'm just like, oh, this kid's an idiot.
I think that I had unbelievable luck in our demo game. I'm not supposed to win the demo game, but there was no way I couldn't lose.
No, yeah, I was like, I don't even know what I do here. Like, I got nothing. Yeah,
we play another one, and I think that I'm good. I will say, I think you played great. I think you picked up on the mechanics of our incredibly hard card game very, very quickly.
I did have one like humongous blunder in there.
Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know if when I checked that, when I played I committed 3 to play a 6 check. 6 difficulty. I didn't realize I was committing all my enhances.
Yes.
So I had a whole plan of I was gonna do this and this enhance, and then like minus the speed, and then I'll play this difficulty card, and just doing that shut down the whole plan. And it was now like, I'll play these 2 attacks and hope I don't die next turn.
I think the real blunder, actually, you had a foundation in your hand, yeah?
Yes, I did.
This card says that it's the next check you to play a card.
Could I just like...
You could play the foundation.
Play that, skip it, yeah.
Right? And then you would have discarded a foundation as opposed to an attack.
That makes sense. I think I was...
The only issue is if you passed the card, right? Even with the minus, right?
Then I'm screwed, yeah.
It passed, but you only have +1 progressive for the rest of the turn, and you lose your combos. And you built the foundation you were going to build, right? So you could have then just called it quits later, had your entire board ready, played a little more defensively, and maybe wouldn't have died on the next turn, right? Kept that hand of attack. You didn't have to play all those attacks out of your hand. And this is where
I was just
the back and forth tug and war of this game is, right? Of we are trying to push and pull.
Right. You really gotta know like what you're doing and when you're doing it. You can't. This isn't a game you can like turn your brain off, be like, I'll play some cards, and then turn them sideways.
100%. 100%.
Really gotta know. That's wild. Yeah, I think I was focusing really hard on like holding block zones, but then it ended up not mattering because I didn't have the foundations to actually pass the blocks. Yeah, that was something I noticed. Yeah. So I gotta.
That's why we're allowed to draw 6 cards every turn, right?
Right. Yeah.
Because the cards in hand doesn't really matter as long as your board state doesn't allow you to have it. With that said, though, man,
that makes sense.
Thank you for jumping on. It was incredibly fun. If you want to, I'm playing games all night tonight. I don't know if you want to go steal a list and jump into my queue and we can play another game.
How long is the queue? Because I also have that dinner I need to be at.
Let me check.
How long is this queue?
I've only got. I'm gonna get rid of you and you. Bacon demo game. I'm stealing your points.
Like,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 people in.
7 people?
So it's only about 7 hours.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much that? I got 7 hours. I will go eat dinner. I'll come back. I will check on the progress.
If you can or can't, it's totally chill. It's totally chill.
Yeah.
Before you bounce.
Yes.
Shoutouts? You want to give shoutouts to your channel? If you want to link it to me in Discord, I'll drop it in chat.
Yeah. I gotta find the link. Oh, while I'm finding the link, I'll just spiel. Yes, and you can go Bacon Saver on YouTube. I think it comes up I think I've hit the subscriber threshold, or it comes up if you search it.
Ooh,
do that. I post videos about I've been trying to find like the card game niche to make stuff about.
Yeah.
For the last couple years. So my hero is the next one on that list that I'm gonna try to get into. This game looks super fun. I bought a box and my friends want to draft it. I know you have some hot topics on draft.
Yeah.
My whole thing is any card game I play, I at least attempt to make it draftable. So I was wondering how that works if it's even possible in my hero. If not, I'm gonna make it possible.
It's just tough. It's possible. Okay. It's just really tough.
Interesting. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be a bunch of 3 people one who knows how to play the game, 2 who might know how to play the game, drafting a box of set 2, which I've heard not the best things about.
Set 2 just has a lot of blase cards, right? A lot of fine cards, right?
Okay.
Just not as strong as set 1 or set 3, and that's totally fine.
Yeah, no, that's totally fair.
Bacon Saver, SAVER, Cashier Games.
I think I got the link. If it'll paste for me. Oh, I hit Alt-V. That's not going to paste anything. Hold on. Control-C. Control-V. There it is. Aha, we got there. But I'm going to be recording that opening, and we're going to play some games with the decks we draft, so stay tuned for that. And if not, feel free to check out my other content, which is on every game but My Hero. So if you're into that,
tight.
Yeah, but yeah, that's about it.
All right, man.
Also follow me on Twitter. That too.
Also on Twitter. We'll catch you next time, bro. Okay. Thank you again for playing, and you have a great night. Okay.
Wait. Yes, sir. You as well. Can't wait to play more games. See ya.